Good day. I'm Women's International Master Anza Loopsche. I am at the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Finals in South Africa, Grootbos in Western Cape. This is such an exciting event, and I'm being joined by some of the top names here in the studio to answer some questions. At the moment, I have a very friendly and very tanned Grandmaster with me, Grandmaster Peter Heine Nielsen. Now, for those of you who don't know who he is, I'm sure everyone knows who you are, but just for clarity's sake, he is Magnus Carlsen's coach. So, Peter, welcome in South Africa.
Thanks a lot. It was lovely to be here.
Peter, is this your first time in South Africa?
It is very much so. So, I mean, I've really been looking forward to it. And, you know, I don't go to all tournaments with Magnus, but I told him this one, please bring me, and he did. So it's really been amazing.
Oh, so you requested, and will you come back again?
I hope so, but you know that, well, I'm the kind of guy who travels a lot with chess, and that's the only reason I haven't been in South Africa before, because you don't organize that many sort of international events, and somehow I've never ended up here. So it's really been a unique chance, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Amazing. Peter, now you said that you asked specifically to come here, but did you have any preconceived ideas about South Africa in your mind? What were you expecting?
It's hard to say, but of course about Grootbos, I had seen some videos. So of course there I had some kind of idea what it was, but still, I mean, it's always different when you're here in a way. But also, I mean, it is a chess tournament, and I mean, hopefully as the coach, my main focus was on the chess, although if it's exactly true, I don't know. So I was still thinking, okay, you know, it's an important tournament. We would really like Magnus to win the overall tour, which he did. And now, of course, he's trying to win the event as well.
Of course. Peter, I can see you want to look quickly. What does the position say there? We are multitasking. And I know for some men that might be difficult, but Peter is multitasking here. What is it?
Yeah, I'm sorry to be rude at looking at my phone all the time, but the game is still going on with Magnus here. And, you know, when you asked me to do an interview, Magnus was winning. But then when we started the interview, it was a draw, but now he's winning again. So it's going up and down, but it's generally some kind of ending where it's very difficult for his opponent to defend, and now it seems to also be objectively lost. So hopefully Magnus will come up with a good start for this semi-final.
Fantastic. But Peter, how do you design a plan, especially in the opening part? I mean, I watched them now. They had 10 minutes after they got the setup, and then they had to prepare. And how do you plan your pieces? What's the strategy?
Well, you don't. That's the whole point of it. There's not much you can do, right? Let's say a world championship match, we would prepare for months before the game, you know, the hours before the game. We would, you know, go over details and stuff like this. This morning, to be honest, we went to Hermanus and played 18 holes of golf, right? So it's very different between freestyle and normal chess. But of course, what you do, and I think the way it should be done, is that we don't study the specific positions. Well, we study a lot of positions to grow our understanding. But of course, then when the game starts, they have to go into the specifics. So they will have to think a lot, and that's great, right? When you see normal chess, players are generally trying to remember what they have sort of analyzed, while in this kind of things, you can see them really trying to think hard at the beginning. So I think that's the cool part of it, right? That all the relevant things are happening at the board and not at home with the computer.
So we are going back to that era where we had to play without computers almost.
Exactly,
you know?
I am that old, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say, you said it, Peter.
No,
don't say that. Peter, do you think, as a coach now, do you think that there's any benefit for a player's chess skills development to play freestyle chess?
Of course there is, but I would rather say that you can see these are the best players in the world and they really love it. And I don't think they do it because they think it will improve their normal chess. They simply think this is a very interesting chess. So I'd rather say the other way around. If you really love chess, you will also love freestyle, and this love and this curiosity might spill over at your normal chess. But I don't think it's sort of, you know, if you want to only play normal chess, you study freestyle. You can, but you don't necessarily have to. But I would rather say that if you really love freestyle, it's a good precondition for also loving chess, because then you're curious. And I think more I mean, you can see the players. I went with some of them, you know, one day down in the bus, and you could see them really arguing and debating and being unsure. And this is the cool thing, that we are really unsure about things, while in normal chess, everything has been mapped out and such. So again, you know, I don't think they do freestyle to become better at normal chess. They do it because they found it incredibly interesting. So that's my take.
Well, I have a confession. I'm still struggling to understand normal chess, so I will wait a little bit with the freestyle part.
But that is actually the problem, that for most people in the world, normal chess is very difficult. So it is for me. For them, maybe not so, and they really enjoy this thing. And I understand that problem. But then, well, we will have commentators help them to explain and have the best players explain as well, I hope.
And the engines.
Yeah.
Last question, Peter. Have you ever played against a South African player in your life?
I have, yeah. I mean, I was preparing for it, but I remember playing, well, I'm sort of the same generation at George Michalakis. I think we played some World Juniors together. I'm not sure we played there, but I could see that we played in 2003, and I managed to beat him actually in a quite nice game. So I have played at least one South African player, yes.
Okay, and so it's Peter 1, South Africa 0 at this stage. Peter, thank you so much for being so kind to interrupt your own analysis and take the time away from the chessboard and speak to us. And again, welcome to South Africa. And if you ever want to come back,
I really hope so.
Our airports are open.
One day I will come here with my family, I really hope.
We would love to have your family here. Thank you so much, Peter.